Yeah, he's low-key pretty sick. Also, I like more Chinese heroes, because that means Blizzard is putting more emphasis on China as a region, which is great for esports. Alright, guys. Oh my god! Insane YouTube clickbait! Wuyang OP? Wuyang Nami Bubble? Question mark?
This looks like one of those colorblind tests.
Wait, is that Mercy Beam?
4, 3, 2, 1. It's time.
Nothing in the world is as
Okay, so he's Mercy.
water.
Why is he waterbending?
He's Water Mercy.
It's ebb and flow.
Oh my god, his model.
I honestly forget the rest. So, I'll just go with the flow.
Yeah, fuck her up, we hate her. Yeah, let her know.
Making a splash.
Wait,
Always
he's kind of
good to
sick.
hydrate.
Oh, okay, so a Mercy Beam,
Easy.
and then damaging enemies with
Check me out.
a point and click AoE.
Why are you guys farther into video than I
Refresh.
Ultimate's ready. You're protected.
Oh, no.
Go make a splash.
Wait, what?
Hope you brought
Oh,
a
it
change of
doubles his
clothes.
damage? Okay. I assume that's like some type of invincibility.
Guess my training's paying off. Let's keep it going. Lee Wang Honglan. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Is that Team AoE? A
You
boot?
just witnessed my most famous party trick.
Or is that just Wanda ult? Whoa, what? I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it's like an explosion?
That's his ult.
Is there a dev explanation or is it just a gameplay trailer? It's just a gameplay trailer, right? Okay, so he heals teammates with a lock-on Mercy Beam. I'm not sure if it's AoE or if it's single target. It looks single target.
What was it Shifu told me?
The range is probably the same as Beam, from what it looks like. I don't see why it would be different.
Nothing in the world is as yielding as water. But in its ebb and flow,
It seems like he's not going to be very good though.
so I'll just go with the flow.
I don't know, he looks cool.
He does look cool, but like viability wise. But you know, they make every character strong, so maybe it's different.
Making a splash.
Okay, so he has AoE wave that he sends forward and gives people healing. I don't know if it does damage to enemies. I would imagine it's kind of like Moira, but in the trailer it's just used for his team.
Always good to hydrate.
So AoE, it could like go through a point, like slash through a point like a sim wall. It seems like it ignores terrain, so it just like I don't know. Maybe it hits a wall and then it stops, or it goes through. I can't tell.
Booyah, making a splash.
Okay, it stops at a wall.
Always good to hydrate.
Oh, okay. Right click some AoE that can heal and can damage enemies. Or not AoE, point and click that automatically tracks target. I don't know if that's an ability or like a right click. That would seem like an ability though. But then he has multiple charges of it because he spams it on another target. And then, okay, wave riding ability gives him more movement speed. He jumps out of it, so he gets movement options out of it.
Ultimate's ready. You're protected. Go make a
Wait, what?
Ultimate's ready.
That's his ult?
You're protected. Ultimate's ready. You're
Okay, so the ult that he did, I think he can use it on not only himself, but his allies as well.
protected. Go make a splash. Hope you brought a change of clothes.
I can't tell
Guess
if
my
it's more
training's
like
paying
a DPS support ult, like
Let's keep it going.
ORE, or if it's more like a versatile, like a coalescence type, you know, where you can damage enemies and heal your team with it.
It might be both. It looks like a predominantly DPS focused ult.
Wrong man.
But like there's just a giant field around him. Oh, there's a little bit of a shield effect
Guess my training's
at negative a minute left.
paying off.
If you pay attention to like
Let's keep it going.
the animation play,
Wuyang.
there's a little bit of that like hexagonal pattern that's on Brick Shield and Rhine Shield. So it's probably okay. Yeah, you have a toggleable use on ally or use on self. It probably gives you a shield, and then or like you're invincible during the duration, and then at the end of the cast it explodes for
Wrong
damage.
man.
That looks like a shield.
Wouldn't want to be ya. You just witnessed my most famous party trick.
I'm kind of sad that he doesn't have CC. Unless the tidal wave like slows people or does some type of CC effect that's minor. He seems
I
cool.
don't know. He seems cool, but also I feel like we've been getting a lot of characters
With speed.
yeah, like speed, like slowing effect. And then like Hazard has wall. He has like they added in like the most recent support Juno has speed. They gave May that perk where she literally freezes people again. Like I feel like they've just been adding a lot of like, crowd control to the game. I mean, like you've played against like I'm sure you've seen it before. Like it's genuinely cancer to like play against like Hazard May where they have double wall.
Double
Oh
wall
my-
may deep freeze. So when you push her, she doesn't die.
It's
And you die.
actually cancer. It's actually cancer.
Wall spikes make it difficult to interact with the ability. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like Wuyang would be the type of support character where if you landed CC, it was because like skill. You know, like he throws down wave and then it's like a skill shot projectile, and if you hit it, then CC. Versus all of this CC in Overwatch, contextually based on all the heroes that we play that are in the game. Like in May wall, there's kind of skill involved, but you just wall off a choke and then they die. Same thing with Haz, though a little bit more spammable because he's frontline. Like he can put himself in a more aggressive position to use the wall. And then like what other CC is in the game? Like Sombra, which is point and click. Cast, which is really simple to use, effectively point and click. So
Yeah.
I feel like a character like this should have some sort of like introduce CC into the game in a healthy way, and that healthy way is through skill expression. Like make it a skill like the first thing I thought of when I saw Wuyang conceptually, like the hero design, is he's gonna have like a Nami League of Legends bubble or like tsunami that he has to aim, and then if he successfully lands it, then it's like a second or two CC, and you're stuck in the animation, and then your teammates can capitalize like a mini Zarya graph, and then it's I don't know like on like a 15-20 second cooldown. So it's very valuable, but if you like it's skill dependent. If you can hit it, then it's value. If you don't, then the character is not going to get a lot of value.
Yeah.
But from what it looks like, that's still what they're trying to go for, but they don't want to lean into any CC. They want to make him some type of like enabler. Because, I mean, he has a beam that looks like Mercy Beam, but only healing. I don't know if he has damage boost. I would imagine not.
I think if he has damage boost, he's literally just Mercy. He's Mercy, but better.
This character seems underwhelming. Not from a kit perspective. The kit is fine. Again, we have to get our hands on the hero to really know for sure. But, you know, when I look at Juno release, that blows me away. You have speed, you have an ult that damage boosts and heals, like that, like you can tell that she's going to be massive for the game. When I see Hazard, I can tell he's going to be massive for the game. I don't know about this one.
Okay, so his beam is a resource. Okay, the primary fire, the damaging water orb, hold to control its trajectory and empower its explosion. So it blows up when it hits people. Okay.
Wait, what? Fire a damaging water orb, hold to control its trajectory.
So then his
So
E is kind of like a like onanade and like a boop. So it just increases your allies' healings like onanade does, and then knocks back enemies.
okay, so
Okay.
he has CC. Okay, as long as they have, if they don't, it looked like he was a heal bot. Like for a second there, it actually looked like he was a heal bot, but he had the damage ult. So that's a good sign. If you have some sort of CC utility in the kit,
Protect an ally or yourself with water. Oh, an ally or yourself. So you have to pick one.
yeah.
Huh.
Okay, that's good. Okay, a support ult that is not massively broken. Hallelujah. If you like, you have to actually think. Like Juno ult, we can all agree is I mean maybe not now, but it was very overtuned.
When it came out, yeah, it's
When it
fine.
came out, yeah. Olari ult is like underwhelming, but Kiri ult was really OP.
Huh. Okay.
Ana ult's perks really OP. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. Explosion knocks down enemies and massively heals the host target. Okay, so he does have CC in the kit. It looked like it was purely damage, and it massively heals the host target. So it does everything, but it's only single target, which is very interesting. Very interesting, very balanced. But I would imagine that it's a very strong ult for the individual. And what I'm really interested in is the range. If the range is like Ana and it's essentially cross map, then it could be very strong. Like almost nano levels of utility on in a single target.
Maybe.
Protect an ally with yourself or water that detonates after a short duration. Emphasis
And
on
heals
protect.
them.
Emphasis on protect. So if you are unhittable during the duration, that is a really, really, really good ult. But the trade-off is that it's single target. So you do have to think. You definitely do have to. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Shift, ride water to move faster and jump higher. Okay, self-explanatory. Support roll passive, begin regening. Okay, whatever. The right click, consuming this ability's resource, manually heal at an improved rate. So I'm assuming that means that, I don't know if it's the same with Mercy or if it's a constant rate, but the more that you heal a target, the more HP that they get per second. And it ramps up.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
No.
No? Okay.
Mercy has a flat rate healing.
Okay, so that gives you a reason to... Oh, is that his only healing? It looked like his primary was able to heal enemies. Or heal teammates, rather. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Let me put this on 2 XP. Hits Freya, enemy. Hazard's an enemy. Okay, so it's his damage ability. I think how his primary is gonna work is it looks like it's gonna be like Ofuda, where
Fuda.
Kiri's healing, where it's auto aim, but your camera has to be actively looking at the target, and then it'll like heat seek, like it'll pick the most available target that's on your screen, and then track that one. Versus like if my camera is in the general vicinity of the target, but not even like remotely looking at them, then it'll just fly off into the abyss. That's what when this description says hold to control its trajectory, that makes me believe that you would need to hold to cast and then control where it's the game will choose based on the nearest available target. But that sounds clunky because how does the ability, if it's not point and click and like lock on, how does it interact with multiple heroes in the same vicinity? And I want to shoot this character versus another character. Like how, like is it going to prioritize the lowest health target? Or is it gonna like how does that work? That seems buggy. Like it has a lot of potential to be buggy, or it's the ability description isn't worded properly because it's PC Gamer. It's not the actual official source. I mean, we'll have to see with the trial, but
Yeah, we'll have to just see, I guess.
Ready. You're protected. Go make a splash.
okay, yeah. CC knockdown effect looks like Shatter
Change of clothes.
on the ult.
Guess my training's paying off. Let's keep going.
Water wave forward that increases the amount of healing received by allies and knocks back enemies. Now, is it a Lucio boop or is it? I'm assuming it's a Lucio boop.
You're protected. Go make a. I'll be
Okay,
right
they get knocked back heavily there, but that's just for effect.
Wouldn't want to be ya. Make it
What
a
happens to
splash.
kind of Wait, that's nothing. The knockback effect, maybe it's the steadfast passive on tanks, but it looks significantly less effective than Boop as a Boop.
Booyah.
It just seems like a mild annoyance. Like he slaps you on the wrist versus Boop is like you just die.
Always good to hydrate. Oh, easy. Oh, check me out.
I'm interested, cautiously optimistic, and very confused.
Bye. Ultimate's ready. You're
But I like that he has mobility. And I'm really wondering what the cooldown is going to look like on that ability. That's to me that's the most interesting part. The most like simple to understand ability from in the kit, but how is it going to work? Does he get it constantly like a Lucio unlimited resource or is it cooldown based?
They gave another support character mobility. Ana is still the only character in the game with 0 mobility. Even Zenyatta has he has his perk now.
The perk now, yeah.
They all have everybody has mobility except fucking Ana.
The poor grandma has to be taxied around. But the good thing is that she has the ability to be taxied around. You know, like there are other characters that not only speed themselves but speed the team. And I think it's funny that she's the only character, but it makes sense. It's not like some cautionary tale as to why we shouldn't give a character mobility in exchange for like having immense power in the kit. I think that's a good thing. It is very funny though.
It's just funny as all.
Yeah. Okay. So the ability description, that's definitely some clarity. Now what about the perks though? Minor perks overflow, gain 10 ammo and 33 healing resource, 33% healing resource. When rushing torrent, what is that? When his shift is the movement ability is activated. Okay, so you get more right click resource. I don't think that's that useful. What's perk 2? When you deal damage with water orbs, increase passive healing by 40% for 2 seconds. That seems a lot more useful because that's a constant resource buff. If you're constantly hitting primary, then you're constantly getting more healing. So yeah, perk 1 seems fucking useless. Well, we'll have to see, but there's no reason to pick it over perk 2. Guardian Wave rewinds to its what? Guardian Wave rewinds to its starting location. Okay, so it boomerangs back. This deals 50% decreased damage while rewinding. Okay. Interesting. That's very interesting. Huh. I wonder how that's going to interact on map geometry. Simultaneously control 3 water orbs that deal 60% decreased damage and have 25% decreased empowered explosion radius. Is that a buff or a nerf? Because that sounds like Echo's perk, and I don't like that. 60% decreased damage and 25% decreased explosion radius, but you fire 3 of them. depending on how much damage the orbs do, that might be really strong AoE poking if it's guaranteed lock on. And it just like, he might just be like passively hitting enemies for like 40 damage, 40 damage, 40 damage. And that makes it so that characters like Tracer, Genji, Echo can very easily, like even Sojourn, can affect breakpoints to the point where you can hit anybody from range, and there's 3 targets on the map that are immediately in threat of dying to a Soj body shot or like Genji dash right click, you know?
Mhm.
If it affects breakpoint, then that could be strong. But both of the major perks seem underwhelming. But the perk 2 minor perk is very strong. Like, almost doubling your healing for 2 seconds constantly by damaging people with orbs sounds really good. Like, he's gonna be... And the healing already ramps up the more you have it on someone. Wuyang not available in Stadium makes sense. Okay, well... Shit, we'll have to see. I give it like 7.5 out of 10. I'm kind of sad. I was hoping for a 9. But the hero has to be... That's just a first impressions basis. When a hero gets out, we'll see. Maybe he's a 9, maybe he's a 10, maybe he's whatever, but... I'm not sure. Cautiously optimistic. But I am doubtful of this hero. But I was also doubtful of Freya. And she turned out to be, well, Jesus for 2 patches. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.